This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the Premier Trade Market Wrap with Ivan Caesar.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Premier Trade Market Wrap for Wednesday, August 29th, 2007. Stocks rebounded sharply Wednesday as investors believe the Federal Reserve will cut interest rate at its next meeting on September 18th, or even sooner, and we're preparing for Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke to hint at such a move on Friday at a speech in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 247 points at 13,289. NASDAQ gained 62.5 and closed at 2563. And the S&P 500 was higher by 31 1/3 at 1463. Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke said relaxing portfolio limits on Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac isn't necessary for the two largest home buyers to help stem a surge of foreclosures. Federal caps in the company's combined $1.4 trillion in mortgage and mortgage bonds need not to be lifted to allow them to accommodate new borrowers. Bernanke said in an August 27th letter to Senator Charles Schumer, a New York Democrat. Standard & Poor's said business conditions for security firms are worse than in the second half of 1998, and revenue from investment banking and trading could fall 47% in the final 6 months of this year. The rating company said it conducted a stress test designed to measure the ability of investment banking business to withstand such scenarios. The conclusions do not constitute a forecast. Ford Motor Company, the second biggest U.S. automaker, is in good shape financially and has enough funding for its restructuring plan, this according to Chief Executive Officer Alan Mullen. He also said the company has appropriate liquidity after borrowing $23.4 billion last year, he said in an interview today in New York. Ford had a record loss of $12.6 billion last year. The Dearborn, Michigan-based company is cutting jobs and closing plants in North America to return to profit in its home market in 2009. Mortgage Bankers Purchase Index fell 4% to 424 last week from 441. The refinancing index decreased 4.2% to 1729 from 1806. Both measures were the lowest in 4 weeks and below their year-earlier levels. The average rate on a 30-year fixed loan fell to 6.41% last week from 6.49%. At that rate, monthly borrowing costs for each $100,000 of loan would have been about $626, little change from a year ago. Economic news for Thursday is for U.S. second quarter GDP and unemployment claims. Earnings news for Thursday includes Blythe Inc., Cost Plus, Del Monte Foods, Dell, Fuel Cell Energy, H&R Block, Restoration Hardware, Silicon Graphics, Tiffany Company, and Zale Corporation. This has been the Premier Trade Market Wrap.